This is a very unfiltered video. Anyway, this is just gonna be honestly a mental check-in and a reflection and a life update in a way. But yeah, for me, 2023 definitely goes underneath the category of one of the worst years of my life. Guys, because a lot has happened in my life. That's why I haven't been as consistent as I know I can be and will be. Okay, I changed my shirt. Hopefully you can hear me. I've experienced loss in so many ways, but the big one still is you know what it is, it doesn't know what it did. I go by the name of Thanks. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. It's a sit down video where I'm just gonna give you the 101 of how I've been mentally and all around a life update. Life update. And you know me, if you don't know, I subcategorize my videos. So I'm gonna talk about personal life. Sorry, my notes are on the side here. Talking about personal life and my academic life. Those are the two main things. And I want to start by talking about my personal life, and within that, talking about my creativity and how I have grown within that space. I feel like, like how I want my videos a certain way, and I am trying to, I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't get me wrong here, but I feel like I've come to a place where I'm like, I have to push myself, even though I'm not consistent. You know what? I'm just going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop being consistent, even though I'm trying to be consistent. So I'm just going to say I'm consistent. And not allowing the numbers to just have a day with me, because no. I feel like within the creative space that I have created within myself, I'm glad that I don't put my value, if a video literally if a video gets 4 views, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should stop, I should quit. I used to have that kind of mentality. Now I don't. It's I'm doing these for me, and honestly, and being creative is just you express yourself because you do, and I love editing videos. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. I get to play God in a way. I would literally have a very maybe bad day, but I have the power to literally edit the bad moments out in a way. I don't do that. I don't. I just love the editing process more than anything. I'm trying to get back to loving vlogging, because I've been stressed. This has been a very stressful semester, let alone a very stressful year. But I'm trying to, get back into vlogging and mostly having sit downs, because I really enjoy sitting down and talking to you, I feel like in terms of creativity or creativeness, I'm definitely growing and I'm learning to redefine it. And I mean, the definition can change again next year, and I feel like it always changes to a better thing, that's literally my personal portion of my personal life, which is creativity. And then my other portion of my life is growth. Well, actually, let me not say growth. My other portion of my personal life is loss. Actually, I lost my grandmother, and that was a lot. And it came with a lot. It taught me a lot. It showed me a lot. There was a point where maybe for a good 2 months where I was like, nothing really matters, we're doing these things, but at the end of the day, we are all gonna die, And it's it also taught me to appreciate each and every moment. And I'm not gonna say as cliche as it sounds. I know I just said it, but it's not cliche because it's fact. We have to appreciate each and every moment that we have with ourselves, with our loved ones, because you never know what will happen next, literally. So this is low-key, high-key, a reminder for you and me to appreciate each and every moment that you have with yourself. So it made me appreciate where I'm at and really not focusing too much on what will come and what was, mostly focusing on what is, making the best out of it, even though it's been very hard out here. What do you mean? This is how no, this is not how life is, but this is just the season I'm in, And also, I've learned to embrace the whole categorizing your life as like seasons, I'm in this season, and the next season is going to be different, or categorizing your life as a series. Within a series, we have episodes. No, we have seasons, sorry. Then within seasons, we have episodes. So it's like that. So yeah, that came with that. Like, it came with me just really going through the emotions, and I realized that I struggled to always know how to how I'm feeling, because my friends would literally ask me, "How are you today?" And I would literally say, "I don't know," because I feel like disbelief was my best friend. Be like, "What do you mean she's gone?" I kept on saying that a lot, and also noticing that I'm growing, with grief. With grief comes with growth, like growing. I learned that I'm growing. Like, normally when I was younger, I would cry, like me and crying, we are twins and we are vibing. And this time around, like, I cried twice, and that was weird even for me, because I'm like, and it showed me that I held crying so close to my heart, to the point where if I didn't cry, I felt like, what, does it mean that I don't care, or I didn't love her enough? And that's not the case. Love her, still do. I care for her, I cared for her, still care for her spirits, because don't forget, we still believe in our sisters this side. So it's like learning. I feel like also grief came with it showing me a different version of myself that I didn't know existed, and I had to acknowledge it and accept it so that I can embrace it more and it grow more, and it can teach me whatever lessons it needed to teach me, So I am grateful for that. And grief, key up and down, man. Like, some days I'm okay, some days I'm not. Like, we have like a picture of her in the living room, and it's her laughing, and it's a beautiful like reminder that, even though when you look at the picture, like, yeah, I can still hear her laugh. That's how beautiful her soul was and still is, and is most definitely felt. And actually, this is the first year where we're not gonna have her for Christmas or New Year's Eve and New Year, because we always have her every year. Like, learning to continue with life without your loved one was hard, like at the beginning, but as I said, giddy up and down, ebbs and flows, like some days are good, some days not so really. So yeah, but it really told me a lot more, especially about myself, because I am an empath, and I'm a person who I'm working on it, but like, I'm a person who would always like consider people's feelings before mine. And within grieving my grandmother, I saw that I can't do that. Like, I couldn't be there for my friends, let alone for myself. So it's like, I'm not gonna be happy all the time, guys. And I wasn't. And for the ones who are like, no, thanks, I was always happy, we're not friends. You don't know me, honestly, because what do you mean, I feel like it taught me a lot, like, things you don't have to be there for people whereby you don't have the capacity yourself to be there for you, so also learning that, also I the grief and the other things that happened willed me to therapy. So at school, actually, they are like counselors, therapists, basically. And mine, actually, at the beginning of the year, I had a different one, which was O's Pearl. Me, I'm a very respectful babe. If you're older than me, I'm gonna show you respect, and I'm gonna call you OC, because I'm Soto, and that's how it is. But anyway, my first therapist was O's Pearl, and then, if you watch that video, you'll know what happened. If you haven't, I will link the video right now. It's popping right now. Click on it, watch the whole video, and come back, and you'll get the gist anyway. And then first semester ended, and then second semester started, and then I was okay, and then I lost my grandmother, and then a lot of things happened, and then I was like, I'm going to therapy. A lot of people passed away some that I knew, some was close to, some were friends, child. Actually, like I experienced a lot of loss in a way of like not physical loss of like death and loss of like shedding the old version of me and loss of like friendships. I will get into that. But now I'm talking about when I went back to therapy. And my therapist was Osnuk Tula. One thing about me, I always love my therapists. To this day, I think of my first therapist, which was Nelly. And I hope when the girl starts working, I hope honestly, I just hope that one of the three therapists I just mentioned literally opens their own like thingy practice, and then I spend more than an hour and more. I see them more than once in a week, because like that was how it was. Like each student has like 3 sessions, if I'm mistaken, in the semester. Was it 6? I think it's six sessions in the semester, and that was not enough because yeah. But yeah, went to therapy and I learned a lot. And there was this me looking for my phone. Gonje, I'm recording with it, but I learned a lot. And there's a specific activity that we did, and she was like, I'm gonna like go in depth with it. I wrote it down. She said like it was a prompt that I had to answer. She was like I'm gonna give you this, and you're gonna come back to me. I'm gonna like go in detail why you feel like this. So the prompt was, I'm afraid to be great because I am afraid to be successful because, yeah. And I was becauseing, that was and also that activity made me realize like why, or like no, it made me acknowledge why I am afraid to be great. And then it kind of like forced me, which I'm grateful for, to like see where it stemmed from and deal with where it started. And every day or every chance, my mind reminds me that like your childhood and how your upbringing and the things that you were told and the things that you started to tell yourself because people were telling you that, they play a huge role in who you become as a person. So I honestly advocate for therapy, and I will forever advocate for therapy because it works, okay? And it makes you like sit down with yourself and think about why do certain things rub me the way they do. And when you find where it started, where it stemmed from, you will be surprised because you thought but you didn't think, so that was a lot. So that activity opened my eyes, and there was a moment in time where she was like, guys, she looked me in my eye and was like, thank you, so you are great. Dude, I not cry. Waterfalls, because what I had said to her, I was like, I know I am, but at some point I just feel like I'm doing too much. And she's like, there's no way. And she reminded me of like, you will never be too much for yourself. You're not too much for God, so who do you think you are, in a way? And like, you'll never be too much for the right people in your life. And that is true, and that is true. So yeah, therapy helped a lot because I was really dealing with a lot, and I needed time to really sincerely process everything and letting things out after the processing, the output of it. And because I had to I couldn't stop time, unfortunately. That's the thing I don't like about when life happens to you. You can't necessarily pause the time, and you deal with it, and then you come back, because it's like I had submissions, I had due dates, I had group work that was so frustrating, and I had standards that I had set for myself that I need to reach these marks and stuff like that, because I know what is at stake here, and etc. So it was like overwhelming most of the time. So but therapy helped a lot, and that's why I wasn't as consistent as I should have been and stuff, and hey man, like guys, what? Anyway, so yeah, also And then I lost friends. What do you mean? Like, what's a year without losing friendships? Come on, let's talk about this. I lost friends, I gained friends. And I tried being friends with people, and I don't know. Do you know the song that says, oh yeah, by Cesar? It's called Far. And she's like, let me find it for you. I found it. So what you're gonna hear is how I was feeling this year.
How do I deal with rejection? I'm dealing with a lot of rejection right now. It makes me feel very small.
That's great. Nobody wants you to be free.
And I think I'm learning the second part of what the person who responded her, said that if nobody wants you, then you're free. And that is true. That's very true. You can't really force someone to be your friend if they don't want to. And also accepting the element, just like if someone rejects me, okay, I'm not gonna force, I'm not gonna force to be in your life if you don't want me in your life. Like, that would be sad and pathetic, honestly. So I learned that, and I'm glad that I didn't learn it the hard way, and for me that showed that I'm growing, because my younger self didn't deal with rejection nicely. If someone rejected me, I'd be like, oh no, so this means I have to try harder, and then they will treat me even worse. And then it'd just be a whole internalizing how they treating me, and be like, this is what I deserve, this is what I am worth. And it was not even like that. So for me, I learned a lot. And I keep on saying that because you guys don't understand. I learned a lot. Because with loss, definitely be sure that you will learn what you need to learn, and that's if you are ready to learn. You're not the Lulu, because honey, the Lulu ain't never the Lulu. Okay, so I feel like with loss came death and losing. Can I say outgrowing the old version of myself, and the loss of friendships, because you still have a choice of I can still be friends, but you still have to ask yourself, do I really want to though? Do I have the capacity to be your friend? Am I allowing the capacity also to exist for me to cater to your feelings? And if I am not, and I don't want, and it's okay. I also think I learned to say no to myself also, because I've learned people saying no to me, and I hadn't necessarily learned to say no to myself. No, thanks, you deserve better, and believing that I do, so I also learned that. And I also gained friends, and it was super nice, super cute, love them. And strengthening the friendships that I already have, and just learning that nothing is a forever thing, everything is temporary, and that everyone is just an experience waiting to happen, and with its own expiring date, I guess, but it's not a bad thing to have a friend and be like, no, we're gonna be in this together forever, and actually put both parties putting the work. Then if both parties are putting the work, it's all good, So that's a portion of my personal life, and another one is, that's the wrap up of my personal life, actually, which is creativity, redefining it, growth, and loss. On growth, I have grown closer to God, and I've learned a lot. I depend on God, period. And I wanted to just explain me saying I believe in ancestors and God, because I do. So for me, a step ladder, right? So I am here on earth. in my physical being, and there's a step later. I can only get to a point, and then in between are my ancestors. So I'll be like, hey, our ancestors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they take it to God the Most High. So yeah, that's literally me explaining my belief system, literally. And so I've grown closer to him. I have. And my sisters are like, you're gonna be king him 1 year. No, thank you. No. Maybe I will, but in a different way. I believe I will, but in a different way. It will definitely incorporate my passions. And yeah, we are gonna leave it at that. Thank you very much. But yeah, I've grown closer to him with times when my life would just make sense. I'm there with him, and I know he's there with me. When my life doesn't make sense, I am there with him, and he's there with me. And when life is okay, I'm there with him, and he's there with me. Like it's a two-way street. And I'm grateful, because I feel like the situations that have been happening have been happening for a reason, and one of the many reasons is that for me to always go to God, like we have to always go back to him, like we have to always be there at his feet, literally, because like I feel like the moment you think, what, I can stand on my own, okay, you stand on your own, and then God literally makes your world to shake, so that you remember, oh, I don't know nothing, I need to go back to God so that he can guide me, and then my world could be just stable and not shaking. So I've grown so much, and I'm so grateful. And I know for a fact my grandmother's looking down on me, be like, it's about them time. Yeah, so also now it's all about finding a church. I'm in a daisy of like finding a church. My family goes to the church that I went to when I was younger, but I just want this is specific church that I want. I don't know what specifics are, but I just like, nah guys, I don't want to lie. Ke rata dikereke tsele. Ra fitlha re bine. Yo, I want to bina. Gospel is my second nature. I love gospel with all my heart. I actually want to go to a gospel concert next year, because it's December. Anyway, so yeah, I want like a church where we arrive and then praise the Lord, literally like, hey, because like gospel songs are like a form of prayer, like when you listen to the lyrics. And I love me a vernacular gospel song. I love gospel ka vernac. They sing us whole at times, because I'm like, hallelujah, Lord, praise the Lord. I'm like, you can feel it. So yeah. So yeah, I've grown a lot spiritually, and okay, I feel like I'm excited. It's been a while since I did this, okay, and my phone has space, so now I'm gonna eat the space up. And then my other life, academics. I don't even dance. That has been a lot also, but I've also grown. I've also noticed that I am actually capable, and like people at school love saying this. There's this one friend of mine. He loves saying I'm smart, And at first, when he started saying it, I'd always brush it off. Be like, no. Who? You're smart. I'm that person, Jam. If you compliment me, I am gonna compliment you and actually mean it. I'm not complimenting you back just because you complimented me. No, unless you're an annoying man that does not know how to take an L, But for the most part, I do that. And he was like, no, you're smart. I'm like, really? Have you met you? So I started believing it, and I also incorporated that prompt that Osnumtula gave me as homework, and I prompted it in my academics. Like, why am I afraid to be great in my academics? And it came with a long list. And I realized that I was afraid to be great because I would have to maintain the greatness. And maintaining the greatness is a lot of work. And it showed me that I am afraid to come out of my comfort zone. And it's crazy, there's a saying that I might misquote quote that says sometimes you don't see the magic in you, other people see the magic in you, you know? Like people don't see me the way I see myself, because I know myself more than anything. But I feel like because it started to boggle my mind that people see me as this organized, smart girly, which I am. Let us not get it twisted, but it just took me long to really start living as such, as to I am. Mostly the smart parts. Because, okay, a long story short, everybody understands. Besides being bullied half of my life in primary and high school, teachers also were not as nice or cute to me, you know, literally telling me that I'm dumb and I'm a fail, I'm stupid, I'm not gonna literally progress in life and stuff like that, thinking that life is life science and natural science and what. But being told that from a young age, obviously, it's like, if it was worse for me, I felt, because it was like an older person is saying that. And for me, when I was young, older people knew it all, you know, like I'm young, they've lived, I haven't, so they know what they're saying. So when my maths teacher would literally be like, "You're dumb," literally, and he was like, "You're attending extra classes because you're slow," and she wouldn't say it in a very like, "You're slow, but you know, if you like," in a way of like, that will not leave me in a bad state mentally as young as I was. But it left me in a bad state mentally as young as I was, and it took me years literally to start believing that I'm actually smart. Just give me time, I will get it done, you know, and that we are different as people. And this whole thing of not comparing yourself as a student to other students, fellow students, or even your friends, literally. And yeah, it was a long journey. So coming back to when I was like, I'm giving you this prompt, I chose also to apply it in my academics, and it helped. And it also, coming back to made me realize that I am afraid to be great in what I need to do, because maintaining it is, for me, mind-boggling. Because now if I produce certain marks, I have to maintain them and produce even more, and if I don't, I'm less than. And I feel like I've outgrown that mentality, and I've learned a lot, you know, that you gave it your all, and your all is enough. Like, starting to tell myself that, and it really helped. And I've come a long way, and I'm very proud of myself. I don't even want to lie about it. And walking confidently in what I'm doing, and not allowing the, what can I call it, the sexistness in the cause that I'm doing to get to me, and essentially society at large. So yeah, I guess that is really like a life update, definitely. And mentally, given all that I've been through, right now I'm lukewarm. Like, I'm okay and I'm not at the same time. And also Osnotula said something to me, that two truths can exist, you know, and you need to lean more into the one that fills you up than drains you, you know. And actually, this is a reminder for me and to you, I guess, that, you know, that's very true. Sometimes it is hard. And I guess now I'm just talking about I'm just doing a mental check-in. So it's Friday today. Oh, it's the 1st of December, by the way. And I've been just being overwhelmed by academics, because it was literally exam after examination after examination after examination, you know, it's a lot. And at some point, it was so overwhelming, and I felt like I can't talk to anyone but God. I can talk to God and it would soothe my soul, but it was a thing of, I would love to talk to someone and just get a response. And I was like, I need to talk to my family, because what is this love? This whole thing of keeping it in is not me, literally. So I want to just state how I feel like I understand people who are depressed and are very much suicidal, honestly. Sorry, I'll even write the trigger warning before I say it, but because I found myself in a place where I was walking to school, and if a car, I would have to cross the street, and if a taxi or a car, a bus or whatever would come, I'd be like, if I not run as fast as I'm running, and I slightly stop and it would bump me, I would feel nothing, and that would be nice. that's how bad I saw that. I need to talk to my family because it was just a lot, just everything has been very much overwhelming. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like I understood people who just can't take it anymore. That's why I honestly don't judge people who take their own lives, because you will never know how hard it is for them. And for me, I feel like we have to honestly understand that as people, we're not the same and will never be. And say we are given the same situation and the same circumstance, and there is a high chance, if not all, that you will deal with that same situation better than I can or I'm able to. Why? Because of our capacities. Like, if you can endure pain and I can't, if someone pinches you so hard and you be like, they be like rated from 1 to 5, and you be like, -1, and I say, a 6, like, we're not the same. So I feel like we need to extend grace to the people who really have tried their best to keep up with how they are mentally, like how their mindset is and how they see the world, and then they just decide to, I can't do this anymore. We have to extend grace, because we will never ever understand to the point of like we have walked in their shoes. Even if you did, it wouldn't be the same, because we don't have the same strengths, we don't have the same capacities. Like, so I feel like I learned also to not allow situations to get to the point where they are overwhelming, to the point where I'm like, if a bus could hit me, and not being sarcastic about it, and not being like saying it as a joke, like I'm dead serious. And me knowing that I'm dead serious, it really scared me. So I was like, I just want to talk to my family, and I did on Wednesday, because I was overwhelmed. Like, literally this past Wednesday I was overwhelmed, and I journaled after that, and I prayed, because honestly prayer has been the most soothing thing, literally, because after I pray, I really feel like everything's going to be okay, and I believe that. And things take time to be okay, but essentially they will, and they are, and I'm very grateful. So that's why I'm like, I guess I'm still getting out of that, being overwhelmed and the academic stress that I still have. And like, and I'm realizing that, guys, I don't have a love life. No, like, for real. And it's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh no, I'm joking. I have a boyfriend. He's not. But that has been me. A life upset and mental chicken. And don't forget to honestly do this with yourself also. To just sit down with yourself and be like, I have been through the most. Because like a lot happened. Like as I was like recording this and thinking. Actually, I had this like conversation with my sister that when you like reflect, Jay, on your year, the year that you've had, these past 11 months, you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and we made it to this month. First and foremost, glory to be God, because if we did it alone, we would not survive. But we made it, and I hope you will make it through the month. Oh my gosh, and don't forget to register to vote. I will literally link the link down below in my description box, so that you register to vote. And if you wanna ask me after you heard me say register to vote, oh my gosh, thanks, so who to vote, oh my gosh, do your own research. Thank you. I'll even link there's a YouTuber that literally covers South African politics on YouTube, and I like that. Very informative videos. I will link the 2 videos I've watched, but essentially I'll just link his YouTube channel link down in my description box. And with that being said, kids, don't forget to be kind to yourself, and I really encourage you to make a mental check-in reflection type of thing, so that you just acknowledge how strong you've been this year, and after enduring what you've endured. And I'm really proud of you, honestly. Like, you give it your all and things will work out, so must hope sana. And yeah, anyway, that was cute, that was nice. I really missed sitting down just talking to the camera, but really talking to you, love, my simple being. And yeah, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and do subscribe, guys. If the more you watch my videos, the more you comment. Like a nice video, you know, just a nice, cute, wholesome comment, even a heart. The algorithm of YouTube literally catches that and be like, oh, people are engaging more under this video and under this video, under this channel, which is mine, and YouTube pushes out my work more to other people, and then we grow. We really do. So, and you will see me in the next video, and take care of yourself and be safe, because in December. Bye. Bye. Hopefully I can trim this video to like 20 minutes. I know you guys don't watch long videos because TikTok has destroyed your minds. Let's talk about this. Like, where to start? Okay, I'm overthinking it. Anyway, so okay, I forgot what I wanted to say, but I think I was talking about creativity. Actually, let me start over. Oh, should I? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna start by saying, okay, let me start over. But that those are at the end. Your attention span is because you guys don't read. Because people don't read anymore. People don't read long texts. People don't engage in longer form conversations. It's all about 1 second minute video, like mini vlogs of like mini vlogs, and I am not about that life. So anyway, but the title of the below, by the title below, this is a life update, a mental check-in, and a sit-down. And within them, it's like a class. Inside the classes, we're gonna have outtakes. Okay, sorry, that's just programming talking, not me. Anyway, and yeah, side note though, I really hope you can hear me. Because my sister's like baking, so the machine is making a noise, so I hope you can hear me. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm just gonna talk about my creativity as I'm creative. Because most of the politics on YouTube kids are quite America. No, I know I'm gonna cut that out.